ladies and gents, Romie Reviews here. Please like, comment, subscribe. This is my review for Star, Season 3, Episode 14. What is it? Amazing Grace? Yes. So, Carlotta is dealing with a lot. Before we get to that, please check out my other channel, Romie Whispers ASMR, as well as my other recaps like Empire, If Loving You Is Wrong, Real Housewives of Atlanta, the list goes on. Now, Carlotta has to deal with the fact that Gravity Media is broke, and they have to find a way to compete with other companies that not only have bigger budgets, who also have less tarnished brands. And while she's dealing with that, Cassie is trying to go and get her to go and look into her child, who we now know is still alive, and she doesn't really want to do that, and she told Cassie to drop it. Almost like drop it or else we're going to fight. And then she gets to the hospital with Simone, and the doctor's saying that Star has some internal, bleeding on the brain, and that surgery may be required. And it's just all too much. And because Carlotta is not their next of kin, it will be, guess who? Simone, who has to make the decision as far as if they're going to do surgery or if they'll just wait it out. Alex has a panic attack. She overhears everything and she has a panic attack, so she wasn't able to go and be there to support them or see Star. Noah is in AA meeting and he's 12 days sober, and Miss Bruce was there to support him. It's going to be a long road, but Miss Bruce was saying how, look, the shame that you're feeling because of the fact when you were high and you were on the floor and you thought the baby was crying, but it was and you couldn't move and all of that. That shame's going to be hard to get rid of, but you just have to take it one step at a time. Once we go from that, we have Alex who gets home, and thankfully Derek was there, and she's just trying to breathe because she's just like, it's too much. Star's really sick, and she just feels really guilty about them being engaged and, getting married when Star is sick. And so Derek tells her, don't worry about it. We can just hold off on all of that. Derek's such a good dude. But you know who isn't the greatest person? Alex's mom. Alex's mom knows about the wedding. Knows about the engagement because Alex was trying to reconnect and bond with her mom, which was nice. But now it's caused a situation where Alex's parents went and sent over a prenup for Derek to sign, and Alex knew that the media would know all about this if her mom went as far as getting a prenup drafted. And yep, it was front page news on all the blogs, and instead of just focusing on Star, now the attention will be on her engagement. Simone is trying to read up to see what's the best course of action for her sister, and she doesn't feel too great about any of it. Carlotta is just trying to reinforce that you'll make the right decision, you just need to slow down a little bit. The fact that you're willing to go and be the parent to your nephew speaks volumes, because Simone wants to get custody of baby Davis in order to make sure he has a good solid home. And apparently Cotton allowed the ladies to go and stay in her father's her father who died, High Hills trailer. She's just like, what are y'all doing? What are you doing? Because they're still working. Working. And she's just like, but that's dangerous. She said, we still have to make money. I said, okay. But all right. We'll see how that works out. Guess who we see? Noah thinks that he's just having a meeting with Carlotta where he's letting her know that he's trying to get his life together. In comes his mother, played by, who was that? Kimberly Elise, I think. I said, oh my gosh. And so he was over it. He basically stormed out, and she thanked Carlotta for inviting her, telling her about the situation. But she was saying after her husband left her, she battled her demons, and it took a long time for her to deal with them. Because it took so long for her to deal with them, it negatively impacted her son. And because it negatively impacted her son, she actually thought at one point, if the Lord just takes her son, as in kills him, maybe they'll offer him some type of peace that she couldn't give him. And I said, what type of mess is... This show is so good, but it's just so heavy. It is so heavy. Simone has baby Davis at rehearsals. Alex comes along and Simone is pissed because Alex, it just seems like, oh, so while Star is cooped up in the hospital and we're not sure what's happening with her, you're going and getting engaged. And I know you two had your spats, but I thought you actually, liked and loved my sister. And Alex had to look at her like, of course I do. What are you talking about? Then why don't you visit her? Why don't you do this? Why? That conversation was going to go very left, but in came Noah. And so Noah talked to Simone and said he's 12 days sober. He's good now. He wants his child back. And Simone just looked at him like, dude, what you're not going to do is get access to your son. Simone is scarred. Simone is terrified. It's not just that. It's not just neglect. It's also the fact that Noah has a drug problem, and so that's a huge trigger for Simone and Star. So Simone, I think, was just doing what she felt Star would do if Star was around. And so she tells Noah, no, you have to go. You have to go, and you're not... I'm filing for custody, emergency temporary custody, and you are not going to go and just act like you can go move back in Star's place and everything be cool. Carlotta was looking down at Simone like, all right, girl, I can't blame you, but you may need to slow down. You may need to slow down. So then we see Maurice. Maurice and Cassie, their relationship is official now? I guess Carlotta's back. It seemed like they kind of skipped over something, and they weren't parading the relationship around in front of Carlotta, but she must be okay with it since now they're moving forward. That's something that kind of threw me off. I said, huh? Wait, when did this happen? What? But the important thing there is that they're happy, they're hugging, and in comes Gigi. Gigi wants to go and talk, and her issue is that she wants to take a break. She just feels like it's too much. Maurice, I get it. Maurice is doing what he needs to do because you can't just tell artists, oh, okay, yeah. Go take a year off. Go take months off while we're in the middle of promo when we really need them. That's the right thing to do, but business-wise, it's an issue. And so that's where his mind is. And he's trying to reassure Gigi. And the way how he's reassuring her is pissing off Cassie. So Cassie comes in. She starts, arguing with Gigi. And Gigi, when she said that, mind you, this is while giving me something he could feel is playing in the background. When she told Cassie, she was like, don't anyone want Maurice's dusty self? And how she said, okay, I'm about to leave before I catch me a case. And Cassie said, why don't you do that? So then Gigi said, Maurice, you need to go put her on a leash. Wolf, 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 B. I wasn't expecting all that. So now Maurice is telling Cassie, here's how this goes. I wasn't even doing anything, and if we're going to be together, you can't go and react the way that you normally react. That's what's not going to happen. Carlotta is digging into Noah and telling Noah, here's how this works. You need to stop acting like everything is okay. You have a lot of issues. Let's talk about when you almost jumped off of a building. Let's talk about when you were drunk and you drove off the road. Let's talk about just drunk, period, on stage, car accident. You are not stable. Nothing about you is stable. So you need a new normal. Gigi is temporarily filling in for Star. She's not a part of Take 3, but they have to work together. And Simone is irritated because Gigi does seem a little distracted. And Gigi did kind of acknowledge that before. So when Simone leaves, Gigi talks to Alex and just kind of tells Alex, look, I understand that me and Simone are kind of griping, but I do feel bad for Alex. I do feel bad for Star because that's terrible. And I definitely understand, just how it feels in general with the situation, not being the biggest fan of it. I wanted to be solo. I wanted to just do my own thing, but we all have to just do the best that we can. And Alex doesn't want to talk about her feelings. She does not want to talk about her feelings. She just wants to go and practice. Alex is still holding a lot in. Simone is pissed because there's this huge prayer visual, and it made it seem like Star was dead. It really did. And so she was pissed. She actually took a candle, she burnt up a poster, and she was just like, you guys need to go. You're not doing anything to help my sister. You're making it seem like she's already, down for the count. Alex then talks to Noah, and Noah's just like, hey, can you talk to Simone? Alex says she can't do that. You need to go and figure that out on your own. And she tells Noah this story about how, her mom, her biggest issue was when her mom got alcohol poisoning. That was the scariest moment in her life, and how I guess the nanny or whatever had to call the paramedics, and she just stayed in her closet. She always wanted sisters because she wished that she had other people that she could work with to go through the stuff with her mom with. And it was just really sad hearing all of that. And I feel like Noah, everything that people are saying, it's just making him feel like he's not sure if he can do it. But he needs to, because his son needs him and he needs to get himself together for himself. Carlotta talks to Simone again and says, look, I know you're dealing with a whole lot, because Simone was praying or trying to pray. And Carlotta said, okay, just take this prayer. God, do only what you can do. And Simone looked at her like, huh? Look, lean not on your own understanding, child. I wish Carlotta followed up with that. But they'll figure it out. Now, Cassie comes back to her club, and Maurice talks to her, and they're dancing. And Maurice just tells her, hey, you need to stop treating me like I'm Xander. You said Xander's not coming back, and so I'm not here to replace him. I'm someone completely new and different. And she said, she understands. It's just in her head. He was like, yes, you need to start to learn how to treat yourself and me differently, because I will not be here to be balked at. I said, oh, this relationship's actually cute. Okay, something's going to go and mess it up. Speaking of something messing it up, apparently Jackson has been visiting Star every day and playing her music and talking to her. I said, oh, are you kidding? Okay. Noah comes to visit, and they have this tiff because Jackson was asking about Davis, and Noah was lying. Jackson knows that's a lie because he talks to Simone. And so then they almost get into this scuffle because, remember, Jackson is hurt that the baby wasn't his. And Noah said, you're doing too much for someone who's not even the daddy. I said, you know what? You are right, Noah. You're not any better, but you are right. He is doing a lot for someone who is not the father. Not the father, but the father. The dad. Carlotta was told earlier in the episode that their father was sick and that he was going to die soon, and that if she wanted answers regarding her son, she needed to go and get them now. So Carlotta comes in, her father's muttering and moving around, and maybe he has like Alzheimer's. Maybe that's what it is. And she's just, saying how all the evil stuff that you did to me, I thought that the baby that I had because of you was evil, but it wasn't. It wasn't. The baby was mine. And she just wants to know, where's her baby? What happened to her baby? She thought that she didn't want to know, but she does. And he goes and gets out of his state for a moment to say, oh, no. I'm never telling you. I'm never telling you. I mean, you wanted it. You wanted to go and do what you did. Stop blaming me. I said, oh no. So then Carlotta goes, takes the pillow, and smothers him. And right before he dies, she lifts it up. I said, dang, we were so close. Okay. But she said, no, I'm not going to give you any more of me. I said, that's right, be grown. Now, take 3, minus Star and Gigi, they have to do this 90s themed throwback party performance for the ASAs. It's their last ditch effort right before the festivities really happen, and they want to really impress some of the voters that will be in attendance. So they go and do this song. I said, okay, this definitely gives me very 90s. This definitely felt like a TLC type of performance. I thoroughly enjoyed the choreography. I said, oh, this is fun. Even the way how they sang the song, I said, yep, that's how you do it. So they did great. And Alex had a moment. So she ran off the stage, which only left Gigi on there because Simone went after her. And I still hate that blonde wig on Alex, but okay. Gigi is going to take a break, and she said it publicly. So now the company's already doing bad. One of their premier artists said that she's taking a break and she's also leaving the company. Maurice looked like he could have died at any moment. At any moment. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that Carlotta came in late and Cassie saw that look on her face like, okay, we need to discuss why you look like that, but now is not the time. Alex confides in Simone and lets her know that the reason why she hasn't been showing up to the hospital is not because she doesn't care. It's because it's hard to see someone who she actually cares about like that. She was never good with handling stuff like that. So she apologizes, and Simone said she gets it. She appreciates, just letting her know that. And Simone's going to go and allow them to do the surgery. Lightning strike, which meant, okay, that's a sign. We always ask God to give us a sign. That was a big sign. Cassie talks to Carlotta, who's just drinking, and Carlotta lets her know that their daddy tried to blame her, even, with him being on the verge of death, and so she almost killed him, but she said she can't let him have any more of her. And so then, when Cassie said, I understand, say less, I knew what was going to happen next, and I was 100% excited and agreed. Cotton hears this noise in the background, and it's that pimp going after, that woman again. And apparently, because the woman needed to make money, she, was caught by the guy. And Cotton was scared from her past dealings with him, and so she wasn't able to immediately go and just really do anything at that moment. So then we have Miss Bruce, who finally calls Noah's father because, Bruce realizes no one needs his dad. He's not able to do this on his own at this point. Cassie comes and does what we need her to do. She said, see, you went and did this to my sister, and she still can't have peace. She can't find her son, and it's all because of you. So you need to go. So she smothers him, and he dies quickly. I said, Thank you, Cassie. We'll look past that one. You did good work that day. She said, yeah, let Carlotta be the good one. That's why she's here. I said, okay, every family needs one. Carlotta's looking at the birth certificate. I guess the child was born in Florida, so she's thinking about it. She's just thinking about it. Now the ladies are there. And Alex is there as well. And Alex, tells Star she's sorry she wasn't there. She said why she wasn't there. And she said that she needs her. She needs her and she loves her. And she's going to be there to support her fully. And so, just like what I figured, Star woke up. Star finally woke up. And next week, we'll get back to the mess. We'll slowly get back to the mess. So that's it. Please like, comment, subscribe. Please watch my other recaps. Thanks.